What's going on, guys? Thanks for taking the time out to check out this video. I'm just going to share my screen and get right into it, okay? All right, so what we're talking about today, I just want to give you a little, there we go, a little preview. Just to give you guys an example, when we talk about the best business models of the day, we make them easier, we make them disruptive, which means, you reduce the price down to where masses of people can afford it. It's noble, so you have a good cause. There's no competition, so they're not easily duplicated. And of course, they have an app. Everything has an app. So take taxis, for example, Uber came along and they totally disrupted that whole thing. There's more people that are going to drive their cars and make money than there are taxi cabs. So, and then Blockbuster, we used to have to go to the store to get a movie, to rent it. Might not be the one you want, but you'll pick one out because you drove there anyways. And then we have Netflix. So you pay a few dollars a month and you can watch as many movies, shows as you want, as much as you want. With hotels, we have Airbnb now. Hotels aren't out of business, but Airbnb is definitely more affordable, and there are more living spaces in people's vacation homes and stuff like that than there are, hotels. So what we're talking about today is the legal industry. So we have came in with the app called Legal Shield to make it more affordable, accountable, and responsive. Okay, so a little background on our company. It's been around for about half a century. It's not really a matter of if it works. There's 4.5 million people that use this app, and it's quality law firms in all 50 states and 4 provinces of Canada. We have A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and as you see at the bottom of the screen, all of those have mentioned us, so we're definitely legit. Have you ever, this is something just to get your mind going, have you ever signed a contract or document? If you've bought a car, if you've signed a lease or anything, if you've even hit, I accept the terms and conditions on an app, you've signed a contract document, had a landlord-tenant issue, your landlord won't give you your security deposit back for whatever reason, been overcharged, treated unfairly, traffic ticket, think about all the people in your family and yourself, do you have a will, or when's the last time it's been updated? Just different things like that. So here is the app. The first button, call your law firm. You can call them for an unlimited number of issues, for personal legal advice. They'll make letters and phone calls made on your behalf. My fiance Sean, he actually had to replace his spark plugs for his 2012 Honda, and they were under warranty, but it was on Thanksgiving, so he had to go to like a mom and pop shop. So he called Honda and was like, hey, can you guys reimburse me this $300? And they're like, okay, thanks for your request, we'll get back to you. A couple days later they called him and they were like, no, sorry, we can't give it back to you. So he just tapped his app, called his law firm. The next one down, they reviewed his contract, and they were like, Sean, they definitely owe you $300. So they sent a letter to Honda Motors in California, and a few days later he had his $300 back. So that was pretty cool. If you ever get audited by the IRS, you'll have an attorney there with you. Civil trial defense, from the time you get this app, if someone tries to sue you for something petty or frivolous, immediately you have 60 hours of pretrial defense. So that's pretty cool. And every year it rolls over up to 300 hours. Family and domestic services. So if you're going through an uncontested divorce, you want to adopt a child, get a separation, get your name changed, all that is covered through the app. It's just a 90-day waiting period. Next one, this is my favorite personally, speeding tickets. If you get pulled over, get a speeding ticket, you just tap the app, send a picture of your ticket into the law firm, and they'll call you back within 8 business hours, and they'll send an attorney to court for you to contest your ticket, and 9 times out of 10 get it dropped, no points in your license. It's so cool. prepare your will. This is what I was talking about earlier. You know, most people don't have an extra $300 to $1,000 to get their will done, to talk about what they're going to do with their stuff when they die. So this is pretty cool. It comes with the app. They'll do your will, living will, healthcare power of attorney, and financial power of attorney. This is so key for families because so many families have been torn apart, you know, by a loved one who passed away because they don't know what to do with their assets. So definitely something you need to get done. You can do it right there through the app. It'll take just like 15 minutes. And this right here is what I think is going to change the game. This is what we're about, 24/7 emergency access. So just imagine you're getting pulled over at 4 in the morning and you don't know what to say. You don't know why you're getting pulled over. You know, you're in a bad car accident. You don't know what to say. Like, who do you call in those situations? Well, if you're getting arrested, detained, you know, you have right to an attorney if you have one, or you have the right to remain silent. So which one would you rather have? For example, there was a couple African-American guys, I heard this the other day, that were in Starbucks. You know, they sat down, they didn't order anything for a few minutes, and the owner called the cops on them, and they ended up getting put in handcuffs, getting arrested. And in the video you can see they're just like on their phone trying to figure out who to call. Like, who do you call in those situations? Well, you have the right to remain silent and you have the right to an attorney. So it's like, imagine if they would have had this, they would have not gotten arrested because they were just sitting there. And because they were black, you know, this is Martin Luther King's dream to me. Equality, equal access, for the liberty and justice for all people. So that right there itself is changing the game for everyone. So anything that's not, because obviously this is not for criminals, it's for the everyday person, but crimes do happen. You get DUI, bankruptcy, any contested adoption or divorce, you get a 25% preferred member discount. So basically you just never pay full price for an attorney again. Okay, and this is a lot of words, but who's covered? Basically husband, wife, and up to 8 dependents. So that's huge. Okay, so this is kind of rhetorical. You know, which would you choose? $250 an hour or about $1 a day for Legal Shield? And I heard someone the other day say this, and I thought it was so cool. It's like a whole year for Legal Shield is about the price of 1 hour for a lawyer. So imagine if you went through something that costs multiple hours. You know, would you be able to afford that? Like, personally, I couldn't. ID Shield, this is our second app. So that Legal Shield is our first app. ID Shield is our second app, to protect your identity. You know, most people think that identity theft is credit or, you know, your bank account, but, you know, that's 15% of identity theft. Your bank can handle that stuff most of the time, but things like tax returns, medical claims, something such as your social security number, you know, they get a charge under your driver's license, stuff like that. It's like people don't think about that. So what we'll do, we'll monitor everything that makes you you, from your social security, your passport, driver's license, down to social media and black market website. And if you don't know what the black market website is, basically just know that your information has already been compromised. They already have your information. It's being bought, sold, and traded all throughout the black market web. So what this means is if your identity is ever stolen, we have licensed private investigators, you know, it's called through a company called Kroll, same people that found Osama bin Laden's assets, you know, they were called in when the Twin Towers fell down. They'll restore your identity back to pre-theft status, do whatever it takes as long as it takes, and they'll spend up to $5 million to do that, guaranteed. So those are our two apps, and this is how much it costs. Family combo, for Legal Shield alone, it's $24.95, and for ID Shield, it's $24.95. So put those together, it's about $50 a month. To protect your entire family. For an individual, if it's just you, it's still $24.95 for Legal Shield, but ID Shield is $9.95. You can get them both, or just one, either one, but they definitely go hand in hand. But yeah, so that is what I wanted to show you guys. But before I go, if you can't afford an extra $50 a month, this is what we're all about. We have member perks. So if you if you have your phone bill with Sprint, Verizon, AT&T, it's like 9% on a Verizon bill. So if you have a $200 Verizon bill, that's almost, what is that, $20, so that's already almost half your membership. If you go to the movies, you can save a few dollars on each movie ticket. Amazon, eBay, just all those, over 450 companies that offer their employee discounts. So it's pretty sweet. So just to recap, and this is the last slide, but just to recap, world's largest taxi company, which is Uber, they don't own any vehicles, they just provide the platform. Netflix is the leading movie rental company, they don't own any retail stores. Facebook, the most popular media provider, they don't create any content. Airbnb, largest overnight accommodations, they don't own any hotels or real estate. And Legal Shield provides legal services all in North America, and we don't own any law firms. So we just have this there to show you guys how huge this app is going to be, and it already is, but just most people don't know about it. So that's why I'm here, to share this with you guys, and I hope that you appreciate that. I honestly, I love it. We use it on a daily basis, but I thank you guys for taking your time to watch it, and just let me know what you think.